Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the new Jujutsu Shenanigans update that added Ryu, who is now free. They added KUROURUSHI, and they added the YUTA rework. Let's get into it. So with Ryu, he now has a fourth move in his ultimate called You Weren't Invited. So if we tap it, it sends them away pretty far. And if you hold the move, it does a solid 50% or 40% damage and knocks them away even more. Now we have the air variant for the first move. So if you jump up and use it, it does it instantly. Like this. Instead of having to jump up first and then do the move, you can now just jump up and do it, and it's just faster and better. But also his R ability heals you, as you can see, and it also gives back a little bit of awakening because it's going down by the second, so it gives back a little. And also, if you press a move twice, it cancels it. But you lose some damage, so that's why you have the R ability. But you can basically, if you press a move twice, you just basically cancel it. So you can go do some damage with the third move and then cancel it. Do the jump with the first move, cancel it. Third move, cancel, and then, but you can't cancel the fourth move. Now let's go check out KUROURUSHI, the character we've all been waiting for. So we spawned in with this sword and two, these spikes, kind of looking like KUROURUSHI, and you have four arms. So we're actually a lot taller than the average player. So we're taller than Todo, and we're taller than Hanami too. So this is the biggest character in JJS. His dash, nothing too complex, but his M1s, I gave a bleed effect. So it ticks and it bleeds, kind of. There's an uppercut and whatever. So we have the first move, Festering Strikes. It's pretty cool. Feels like a combo and sends them away, and then it gives bleed out. So every single move gives a bleed out effect. And what is detach? So it has them, and then I press it again. And they come to me, and then I can just combo extend, kind of. It's pretty cool. Okay, third move, chokehold. And it's just kind of pretty nice. And then Roach Swarm. And then he has the R ability. So if we press them, the R ability, then they have something on them. I'm not exactly sure what it does. And just kind of goes away after a while. But there's a variant to the first move where you press one R and then sends them like that. And then there's also an R variant for the fourth move, where it does it from the side. And I believe that if you have your R ability on them, and you do the R ability of move 1, it makes them green, which I don't know what that does. But yeah, if you get the red, the bleed meter to the max, it puts a weird effect on them, and it puts out a bunch of bugs. So I found out that if you use the detach move, you basically have variants with Festering Strikes. You have a variant with chokehold, and yeah. So let's just finish him off real quick, because there's something pretty nice with his down slam that you can do as a finisher. So if you finish them with a down slam, you eat them up like this, and then you get all your moves back, which is so broken. And this is really, really good, because you can just finish them off and then you do a down slam and you get all your moves back. That's just so good. That's insane. And yeah, the finisher is pretty nice. No other character has a down slam finisher, which I find quite unique. Let's see the awakening now. Paraffin Genesis. Oh, so it just spawns the second version of me. So what do we just... So basically in 2M1... In an M1 chain, they basically get their bug finny. It's pretty cool. And if you put the R ability on the dummy, he walks up to them and you can just M1 from a distance. And if you do detach, for example, like you do a move, and then let's say you do Ward Storm. Basically, if you come up to them, this guy just starts doing moves, kind of. He starts doing chokehold, he starts doing... I believe you can use this ultimate again. And now you have 4. So if you manage to get your ultimate a second time, you now have 4 of them. And let me just show what 4 would do to a dummy. So let's say I use my R ability, and I put on a dummy, and then I just do this. So they're not quite doing what I thought they would do, but if you like spam some moves and whatnot, you could really do some crazy damage. Let's just supposedly say if you don't want the awesome Parfan Genesis thing, like your clone, and you want to be a loser, and you just want to be cool, you can just do G plus R, which gives you a tornado. And yeah, that's it. But there's really no point to that. It's just 50%. Like, I'd rather do a Parfan Genesis, which just sounds much cooler and really is much cooler. But yeah, that's it for KUROURUSHI. Pretty awesome moveset. And his ultimate should be really OP in public servers. So now we're moving on to the third characters of this update, which is YUTA. And YUTA got a complete rework, so now all his moves and everything is different. So the M1 sounds different, looks different, and yeah, the sword is just longer now. And the first move, Severing Path, different, but there's no combo extender. And second move, Resolute Slash. It just does this, kinda. It's not a counter thing anymore. But if you press it twice, let me try it again. If you press it twice, it does a Black Flash. So let's say you teleport behind him. Or it's actually kind of hard to land, honestly. So it's like boom, and then like that. And then we have the third move, Outburst. If you press it once, it does that. Press it twice. Hold it twice, does that. If you press it 3 times, it does this thing, and it's pretty good damage. And then we have the fourth move, which is Second Wind. Which just pulls them like that, but what you can do is if you miss it, you can just do it again, like that, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. We have Rika Smash, and now the R ability, you can only choose one move. And they removed Rika Throw, so you can't do that, but you can only choose one move for the R ability, then you have to wait. And then the other ones are exactly the same as they were before, just without Rika Throw now. And Resolute Slash now has a pretty cool finisher. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so not only is it much easier to land, but it's also blocks you in place. Does like makes your screen white and red and black, and it looks really cool. But yeah, now let's check out Yuta's ultimate. So there's a completely different animation, and it has different sound effects too, which is pretty nice. Let's check out Elbow Rush. So it's exactly the same. Copy is exactly the same, except it has a different sound effect, which is pretty nice. And then we have Energy Ripple. If used once, it does this. If you use it twice, it does like a slash on them afterwards. Does some nice damage. And then if we go into our R mode, the down sound looks different, I think. Not this one. But yeah, you now have True Love Beam in the R ability thing, instead of in your like base ultimate, because now you have even more moves. Like there's so many moves in the ultimate. And then there's this move called Copy Wheel, and we'll have to check this out later, but it seems pretty broken because you can choose which moves you want to copy, and you can do multiple characters moves copying. And yeah, his Awakening now has a different sun, which is pretty cool. There's actually a bunch of other changes to Rika, such as 90 health now. And, you know, they removed Rika Grab too. There's just some more stuff here that we'll have to check out a bit later when my friend joins. So, let's take a look at a couple finishers here. Backstab, so let's take a look. It's a pretty cool finisher. Todo also has a finisher for the second move. They try to hold back, and then it flings them away, which is pretty awesome. Now, the interesting thing is we have a lot of Higuruma changes, surprisingly, which was really like unannounced in the update. It just kind of like they decided to add it. So we have a variant for 2 variants for pressing charges. So let's take a look. So it's you use it, and then you do the second move. Let's try that again, and it looks pretty cool. Doesn't do that much damage really, but it does look cool. And you can also do 4 with 1, which breaks block. And there's also, they added back the grapple, so if you do move 2 and then you do move 3, it does the old grapple thing. So they added a finisher for the grapple thing after the second move. So you go like this, you look up, do this, and then it just explodes. But yeah, There's also a bunch of other changes here that it just buffs really to Higuruma, and he kind of needed this because the base moveset kind of sucked. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this, but you can just look at this yourself. Basically, Higuruma is not that bad anymore. If you lose a domain clash, you basically get 75% back of your ultimate, which is really good because if you lose, you just lose the ultimate before the update, but now you get 75% back. So now the first move, Lucky Volley, has a finisher, so it does this, and then they just fly really far. So I mean, they consider that a finisher, so I guess it is. But now they added the Aura Monster emote. If you know, you know. And a bunch of other really cool stuff like Homelander, which is probably some reference to The Boys. The Boys is pretty good, so that's awesome. And there's general, so there's domain clashing changes, and there's also QTE, it's a quick time event, to beam clashing, which is pretty cool. And beam weight's now translated to the starting point of the clash. So if you use Ryu, then it starts more. It's a pretty cool feature, because if you're doing combos, then it just shows you when the combo ends, I guess.
You need to click it. Press.
Oh! That's so cool.
Press.
Wait, I'm gonna take off cooldowns for myself real quick and see if it...
You did it wrong. Okay, you know what? Can you use your ult? No. Use it. Fuck it.
Okay, now there's beam clashing with weights. Here we go. Bleh. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It didn't clash for me. Okay, 3, 2...
But don't move. Use it. Let me rinse it. I actually won.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. It's pretty cool.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hold up, real quick, I'm going to go into free cam while I do this. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it's not letting me do the quick time event. Okay, bye. That's it, guys. That's all that there is in this update. Bye, guys. I hope you guys like this update. Bye. Bye.
Hope you guys comment on this video.
Yep, 100% comment on the video.